Hey guys! So today we're going to do a heatless hair curl video. So first thing you need will be an old t-shirt. Any kind of t-shirt will do, or an old towel, any kind of fabric that you don't mind basically destroying to bits and pieces. But I prefer the t-shirt fabric over any other kind of fabric. Second, you'll need is some kind of marker, and it doesn't matter what kind of marker. The only thing that matters is the cap that I'm pointing to. You need the little hook on the cap. You can have whatever kind of marker there is, highlighter, whatever, but it also depends on the width of the marker, because that will be essentially the width of your curls. The tighter or the smaller the marker, the tighter the curl. I have a bigger one because I wanted looser curls. In the cap, with the hook is everything, and I'll explain why later. So next thing you'll need is some scissors, some good type of scissors that will cut through your fabric. Any kind of scissors will do, and whatever will get the job done. Next thing you'll need is some kind of hairbrush, hair comb, whatever floats your boat. I have my wet brush right now that I'll use later during the tutorial. Next thing is products. I use quite a few products, but also when you are doing this, you're going to have to modify it to your hair. So for gel, if you have more hard to curl hair, I would kind of prefer gel because it's more it has better hold, I guess. This is just the gel that I have, and nothing special, just what I got. Next, what I will be using is mousse. This is my favorite, and my hair is pretty easy to curl, so mousse gets the job done and gives it some kind of hold, for the curls. Next thing would be a water kind of substitute, and I'm using this Wonder Waves by Garnier, and it's kind of just to dampen my hair a little bit. And kind of give some little bit of wave. I don't feel like it helps tremendously, but something. Next thing would be oils. If you're more on a budget, Garnier has this one anti-frizz serum. I personally don't love it because I don't really see a big difference, but my favorite is the New Me Argan Oil, and it's pretty pricey, but it really does work, and I can always tell, like, just great. My hair looks just so good when I use this product. Okay, so it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm filming this video, so I was a little delusional and sleepy. Yeah, I'm just totally repping my Heisenberg Breaking Bad shirt that my mom got me when she went to Cozumel, so gotta love Breaking Bad. Hopefully I'm not the only one that likes that show. So next, what you're going to do is start cutting up your shirt. I would make them the width 1 inch, and the length is what matters because you're going to be tying a knot with the length. So here I am showing the length. The longer the better, because the easier it's going to be to tie when you have it, up in the marker and all that. So the width doesn't really matter. Just make them longer pieces. Unless you got short hair, then it doesn't really matter, I guess. Here's all the pieces I have from an old shirt from a while back when I first started doing this. Bobby pins are kind of, I guess you need them sometimes, but it's not always needed. So now I'm just going to brush out my hair. Gonna get all them tangles out, Add a lot of tangles because it's been a long day. Okay, so once you have all your little fabric pieces cut up, you're going to take your marker and your fabric, and you're going to hook the fabric onto the cap hook. And that is how you are going to essentially, do the whole process the whole time. So how you are going to hold it, how I prefer to hold it, is whatever section or whatever hand I'm holding the marker with, I like to have that fabric on that side holding it down so that it doesn't get in the way later when I am wrapping my hair. So here I'm showing you, I hold it with the marker flat, and then I hold the other side out. And so when you are twirling your hair, you have to be careful that it doesn't, get bunched up with the last piece of fabric. So now I'm going to spray the Wonder Waves spray stuff in. And if you have hard to curl hair, like I said, you're going to have to modify it. If your hair does better with wet hair and whatever, my hair is I like it better when I do dry because my hair takes forever to dry when it's in braids and stuff. So that's why I spray on the wave stuff. If your hair is different, then do it when your hair is more wet. I would normally do it 90% dry. That's just me. If you have harder to curl hair, then like maybe 80% dry. Here I'm taking an inch kind of section, pretty small of a section, and I'm going to focus on holding the fabric down with my hand against the marker. And then right there where I'm twirling is where you're going to want to wrap your hair. And you're going to want to go like fourth or third down your hair and wrap your hair around just how you would with a, curling iron or curling wand. And the reason why you start halfway down or a fraction down is so that you have enough room of your hair to roll it up so it secures the ends. Now you're going to tie it. This comes in handy when your fabric is long. So that is kind of like the pin curl method. And you just have your little fabric pieces down. So you're just going to push the marker out. I do my hair pretty tightly, so you're going to have to be a little patient when you are doing that. And voila. Sometimes I will pin up it to my roots with a bobby pin, especially like the bottom pieces, because I'm a crazy sleeper, and if you are, then it's a little better to secure it. So you got one down, the rest to go. I got a lot of hair, so it's gonna take a while. Next section, I'm going to talk this through again to show you more closely. And so when you have the marker, you're going to start like a third down your hair. Like I said, at the end, when you are rolling it up, it's going to secure the end so that your hair doesn't, fall out of the curl and not secure itself, because you want it pretty secure. You're going to be sleeping in this, or, you're going to be moving around, doing your thing. So here I am rolling it up. And those ends that are loose is going to be secured by your hair, just like with a sponge roller or the hot rollers that you do. So now you're going to take the ends of the fabric and you're going to tie it. Sometimes I double tie it just to secure it more, because crazy sleeper, gotta have that that secureness. So because your hair can fall out that little pin curl. And it does happen. Sometimes I'll go throughout my whole head and some will start to fall, and you just gotta be patient with it and just fix it again. And that's what bobby pins are for, to help pin it to like the scalp, the roots of your head. And so there you go. So now we are going to go on to the rest of the head, and I'm going to fast forward more of this and cut out some pieces. And I don't think I won't record all my hair the whole process, because I have a ton and we'd be sitting here for like a good hour if I did that. And So yep, you just gotta be patient with it and take your time. Make sure that you secure it enough so that it doesn't fall out later. And if it does fall out later, then you just, readjust, redo the process, and you should get something like that. Keep saying a lot, sorry. I hope I made like this clear. I hope you can tell what I'm trying to say and what I'm doing. So I really think once you get the hang of it, then it gets pretty simple and you don't have to look into a mirror and stuff. Why do I keep saying I'm just trying to think of all the points that I could talk about. But at the end of this, I like to wrap my head with a scarf or put what are those things called, those shower caps on, just because I am a pretty crazy sleeper and I toss and turn a lot, so I don't want those curls to loosen up out of the little tie and stuff, because I have tried that. And again, like I said, you have to modify it to your hair type. If you have thin straight hair, you're going to have to work with it. It's going to take a few times to tell how your hair works. And I've been doing like heatless curl or heatless waves and stuff since high school, so I know how my hair type is and how it reacts. And if I leave it those heatless overnight kind of things in too long, my hair will be just way too curly or way too wavy. So you really have to just try it out, try how your hair is, and see how it is to heatless things, because you might not know if you never have tried out any heatless tutorials. So just modify it and just practice and see how your hair reacts and your preference and all that good stuff. Hey guys, so I look a little crazy, I know. It's the next morning. Okay, it's the next morning, and at night, usually when I do like my heatless curls, I always put like a scarf over my head or like one of those shower caps, just because you don't want them coming out of the like knots and stuff, and even different methods that I think I'll probably do a video on. Like those, I like to kind of sometimes put scarves on because I don't want my hair to be like super frizzy, because I toss and turn all night and I don't want it to like frizz up and stuff, so I look a little crazy. So I'm just going to take this out and usually wrap it like in the front and tie it, and then I go back and tie it, just so it has like that double knot. Whoa, I look crazy. So this is my hair. I look really crazy right now. And I have a lot of hair. So as you can tell, some of them are a little bit out. But that's okay. That's where you can incorporate some kind of heat. But that's why it's important when you are doing the curling the night before to make sure it's secure and not like half-assed, you know. And I usually like to go in with bobby pins. That's why a lot of these are like nice and firm, because I didn't really start doing that until I got up here. And so I look like a hot mess right now. Woo, girl. Okay, so some of these are gonna be looser because I didn't, put them, but you can always go in with your curling iron and do like spot fixes and stuff. And yeah. So I'm just going to take these out, and I got a lot of bobby pins all over the place. so it's going to take a while probably. So there is your curl. This is normally what my curls look like, but since this one was like falling out, I'm going to have to retouch that because I didn't put a bobby pin in it last night. So that's okay. But and it's pretty thick of a section because I was getting sleepy. So that's why you want to take like smaller sections so that you can actually get the defined curl. But this is normally what my curls look like. They're really bouncy. And yeah. And I slept pretty crazy last night, so I mean, sometimes they are better looking than other nights, you know? It just depends how much you move throughout the night. So, oop, found a bobby pin. So that's one side. And I used absolutely no heat on this. Oh, I found another one. Pretty cool in my opinion because I love having heatless kind of tutorials. Okay, so this is all of the curls. My hair looks really crazy. And my hair looks really ashy blonde today. I like it. Okay, anyways, this is the curls afterwards. And so it appears a little like frizzy and stuff. And I'm going to actually use some dry shampoo because your girl needs it. Okay, so now that my hair is dry shampooed, I'm going to take a straightener and just kind of smooth out the tops of my hair because it's looking a little crazy. So I'm just going to take my straightener and I'm only going to run over like the roots, just barely, just to smooth them out a little bit. Like I'm not even pushing the clamp all the way down. Do you fix any? Oh my god, I keep finding all these bobby pins. Oh my god. Jeez, man. Didn't think I put that many in. Okay, so now I'm just going to take some of the top sections, and I am going to fix them just because that is what that's what people are mostly going to see, you know? So, gotta make it look good. Don't know why I said it like that. So I'm just going to take little pieces, not a lot, just to add some little bit of curls because some of them aren't as curled as I wish they would be. So I'm taking my New Me curling wand and I don't know what size this is, but so that is the curl. Those are the curls. That is the curls. Not every time do I need a curling iron to fix up pieces. It just really depends on like how patient you are the night before with when you are doing the whole tying process. And yeah, sometimes I don't need to use a curling iron or anything. Sometimes I do. Example right now. So yeah, it just depends. And if you do have, you know, hair that you need to curl or isn't curled, then just get your curling iron or get your, you know, your straightener and just help it out. I usually like to go over the top sections anyways, because I mean that's what's on top, you know, that's what is mostly seen. So here are the curls, and like I said, it all depends on your marker size. If you want curler, like tighter curls than this, then you can have a smaller width marker. Next step, almost forgot, I like to do oil, kind of just to help it a little bit, you know, tame it. Thought that was another bobby pin. I like to use the New Me argan oil because this stuff is just holy grail and really does what you need it to do. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Ooh, you don't need that much. So I just have like the tiniest bit, and I like to just put it in the ends of the hair. Why am I talking weird? Garnier has, oof, got it all over my hands now. Garnier has one, a serum. Doesn't do the wonders as this does, but I guess it will kind of get the job done. Dang, it's all over the bottle now and stuff. Jeez. You can also use this like on your skin and stuff apparently, because it's like a moisturizer. From what I read, you can. Hopefully that's true. But like I was saying, Garnier has a serum. I don't know. I would recommend this. I know it's expensive because it's like 15 bucks, but New Me is having their products on Heatless, however you say it, and the argan oil is like 19 bucks right now. So if you want to go get it, now's the time, because it's like 16, 19 bucks and normally it's 50 bucks. So so next thing I like to do is just kind of set them so they don't move around and they don't fall, even though my hair tends to kind of loosen up a little bit more. But if you have hard to curl hair, then I would recommend some hairspray. I would recommend some hairspray just in case to kind of hold the curl. And like I said, you're gonna have to modify it and stuff, and sometimes your curls will come out like looking bomb, and sometimes you will have to do a little bit more touch-ups than normal. These are the curls. Some normally they come out a little bit more, like perfect, but I like to messed them up quite a bit. Considering it's summer, I like to have that, you know, beachy waves and stuff. Anyways, I'm just rambling today, I'm sorry. That is my heatless curls video. Heatless, kind of heatless. Just really depends how well of a job you do the night before.
If you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe. Yeah. And I will see you guys next time. Why am I talking like that?
Bye.